This is Chris Kalenda, founder of the Saber Six Foundation. Did you know that since September 11th, 2001, over 140,000 veterans have died by suicide? Now, that doesn't even count the overdoses and deaths of despair. So you could take that population and fill 2 NFL stadiums to capacity and still have people waiting to get inside. Now, I don't know about you, but I can't know that this is going on, especially going on with people that I served with in the military and in combat, and not try to do something about it. And at the Saber Six Foundation, we are making an impact on reducing the epidemic of veteran suicide, overdoses, and other deaths of despair. And I'd like you to join us in supporting that effort. So here's what I'm talking about. There are a number of excellent organizations that support veterans, and they tend to follow the traditional models. Some organizations have a very generalized audience. It's great. They're a big tent. They will support veterans of any service. Some are maybe a little bit more specific. They'll support veterans of a specific service. Some offer very inspiring events: sailing, fly fishing, hiking in spectacular places. And other nonprofits are crisis oriented. So they are helping veterans in crisis, doing awesome, oftentimes life-saving work. Now, of course, there are challenges with these traditional models. So with the generalized audience, you'll have very loose ties. Veterans who served in the Air Force and veterans who served in the Navy or Army, for instance, might have very little in common. And so it takes time to build up those ties, and sometimes those ties never actually materialize. The challenge with inspiring events is they can tend to be a one-off, where you have this awesome experience with a group of people, and then everybody goes their separate ways. And over time, the impact of that singular event dissipates. And then finally, with crisis orientation, people don't often have the tools for growth. And so you will get backsliding. You'll bring the veteran out of crisis, they'll go back in, out of crisis, go back in. And a lot of people wind up on a rehab hamster wheel. So at Saber Six Foundation, we asked, how can we offer unique value to veterans? What if, instead of a generalized audience, we could reforge that combat family, those platoons, those companies, those battalions, that very close, intimate family who were on the same patrols, who fought in the same battles, who lived in the same outposts, who occupied the same foxholes. What if we could reforge that? What if we brought together that combat family again with that strongest and most accountable support network that most people have ever experienced? Second, what if instead of a singular event, we could do sustained engagements? So we could offer this group of people multiple events across multiple different venues, live and in person, on Zoom, asynchronous, chat rooms, all of which allowed them to sustain engagement over time. So it wasn't simply a one-off. And what if, instead of crisis-oriented, we could complement that with growth-oriented, practical tools that put people on an upward trajectory and kept them there? So they got the practical tools to strengthen purpose, belonging, and well-being, which are the 3 fundamentals for growth. And so that's the difference that we make at the Saber Six Foundation, and why our unique approach is having such a profound impact on our veterans. And in fact, to date, of the over 160 people who are actively engaged in our programs, not a single one has died by suicide or overdoses or even attempted. And in 2025, we want to bring this model to other like-sized organizations to help have that same exact impact, not only on personal growth, but helping people lead ever better lives. So join us at the Saber Six Foundation for our Veterans Thrive in 2025 campaign. We're going to continue to help veterans turn post-combat stress into growth. And in so doing, we're going to put a greater dent in veteran suicide. So please go to our website, saber6foundation.com, or click on the link below, and you can see all different ways to support us as we help veterans thrive in 2025. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Thank you for your support.